Learn English to Gujarati contrast phrases.
ની સરખામણીમાં, બીજી તરફ.
And more. Welcome, contrast champion. Hey, you are about to learn how to compare, contrast, disagree, and dramatically point across the street in Gujarati. Yes, this chapter has language, comedy, and at least one confused potato. Today you will learn these useful Gujarati phrases.
ની સરખામણીમાં.
For, in comparison to.
ની વિપરીત.
And.
થી વિપરીત.
For, in contrast to.
સામે.
For, opposite.
થી અલગ.
For, different from.
ના વિરોધમાં.
For, in contradiction to.
તેની સરખામણીએ.
For, by contrast, and.
બીજી તરફ.
For, on the other hand. If that sounds like a lot, do not worry. We will walk through it step by step, and nobody gets left.
સામે.
A grammar monster alone. Your first comparison. Let us start with the gentle art of comparing two things without starting a family argument. Ready? The phrase for, in comparison to, is.
ની સરખામણીમાં.
Example. In comparison to last year, this car is cheaper. In Gujarati, Gaya Varsa.
ની સરખામણીમાં.
A kara sasti che. Example. In comparison to my brother, I am taller. In Gujarati, Mara bai.
ની સરખામણીમાં.
Hum unko chum. Example. This task is easy in comparison to the other one. In Gujarati, bija kama.
ની સરખામણીમાં.
A kama sarala che. Funny image. Imagine two mangoes on a scale, and one mango says, in my professional opinion, I am clearly superior.
ની સરખામણીમાં.
That other mango. The other mango files a complaint. Strong contrast time. Now we move from simple comparison to full dramatic contrast. This is where your sentences start wearing sunglasses. For, in contrast to, you may hear.
ની વિપરીત.
Or.
થી વિપરીત.
Both express contrast. Example with.
ની વિપરીત.
In contrast to the city, the village is quiet. Gujarati.
શહેરની વિપરીત ગામ શાંત છે.
Example with.
થી વિપરીત.
In contrast to summer, winter feels quiet. Gujarati.
ઉનાળાથી વિપરીત શિયાળો શાંત લાગે છે.
Another one. In contrast to his brother, he speaks softly. Gujarati.
તેના ભાઈથી વિપરીત તે ધીમે બોલે છે.
Memory trick.
વિપરીત.
Is for things that feel opposite, like hot tea and ice cream, or a cat that barks and a dog that meows. If that happens, please check reality. Across the street and facing you. Time for a super practical word. You can use it for directions, seating, and spotting the bakery you somehow missed 3 times. The Gujarati word for opposite or facing is
સામે.
Example. The bank is opposite the school. Gujarati. Banka Salani.
સામે.
Che. Example. She sat opposite me. Gujarati. Te Mari.
સામે.
Besi. Example. The cafe is opposite the station. Gujarati. Kef Stesanani.
સામે.
Che. Mini scene. You ask, where is the pharmacy? Your friend says, it is.
સામે.
The park. You look left. You look right. You look at the sky for some reason. It was.
સામે.
The whole time. Different, not enemy. Not everything different is opposite, and not everything opposite is standing across the road wearing a hat. So here is a useful distinction. For, different from, use.
થી અલગ.
Example. Today feels different from yesterday. Gujarati. Asia.
ગઈકાલથી અલગ.
Lage che. Example. My idea is different from yours. Gujarati.
મારો વિચાર તમારા કરતા અલગ છે.
Example. This book is different from that book. Gujarati.
આ પુસ્તક તે પુસ્તકથી અલગ છે.
Comedy memory. A potato wearing sunglasses at a formal dinner announces, I am.
બધાથી અલગ.
Single quote. Honestly, the potato is correct. When things contradict. Now we enter the courtroom of language, where words and actions stare at each other suspiciously. For, in contradiction to, use.
ના વિરોધમાં.
Example. His actions were in contradiction to his words. Gujarati. Tina kamo tina sabdana.
વિરોધમાં.
Hata. Example. This decision is in contradiction to the rules. Gujarati. A nirnaya niyamona.
વિરોધમાં.
Che. Example. That claim is in contradiction to the evidence. Gujarati.
એ દાવો પુરાવાના વિરોધમાં છે.
Imagine a parrot shouting, "I always agree," and then immediately disagreeing with itself. That is,
તેના જ શબ્દોના વિરોધમાં.
a very dramatic parrot. By contrast, and on the other hand, these two are great for speaking naturally. They help you sound thoughtful, balanced, and slightly like a podcast host. For, by contrast, use.
તેની સરખામણીએ.
Example. This option is cheap, by contrast, the other one is expensive. Gujarati. A vikalpa sastu che.
તેની સરખામણીએ.
Bijo mango che. Example. He is quiet, by contrast, his sister talks a lot. Gujarati. Te santa che.
તેની સરખામણીએ.
Teni bahana bahu bol che. For, on the other hand, use.
બીજી તરફ.
Example. I like tea, on the other hand, my brother prefers coffee. Gujarati. Main ka game che.
બીજી તરફ.
Mara bain kofi vadu game che. Example. The trip is cheap, on the other hand, it takes a long time. Gujarati. Pravasa sasto che.
બીજી તરફ.
Temam gano samaya lage che. Tiny difference.
તેની સરખામણીએ.
Feels like, by comparison, or, by contrast, while.
બીજી તરફ.
Feels like presenting another side of the argument. One is a comparison bridge. The other is a second hand of thought. Not a literal hand, thankfully. Mini dialogue madness. Let us put the phrases into a silly little conversation so your brain remembers them better. A. In comparison to my old phone, this one is fast. B. So.
મારા જૂના ફોનની સરખામણીમાં.
This one wins. A. Yes, but.
બીજી તરફ.
The battery is terrible. B. Ah, so it is good in one way and bad in another. A. Exactly. And.
તેની સરખામણીએ.
My older phone was slow but dependable. B. Is the new design.
જૂના મોડેલથી અલગ.
2. A. Completely.
અલગ.
Also, the shop is.
સ્ટેશનની સામે.
If you want to see it. B. Nice. But if the advertisement says, best battery ever, and the phone dies in 2 hours, that is.
દાવાના વિરોધમાં.
Right? A. Exactly right. Congratulations, you have just survived a grammar conversation about bad electronics. Quick drill, no panic. I will give you the English idea and you mentally say the Gujarati. If you get one wrong, the imaginary potato still believes in you. In comparison to.
ની સરખામણીમાં.
In contrast to.
ની વિપરીત.
In contrast to.
થી વિપરીત.
Opposite.
સામે.
Different from.
થી અલગ.
In contradiction to.
ના વિરોધમાં.
By contrast.
તેની સરખામણીએ.
On the other hand.
બીજી તરફ.
Challenge round. Now try to feel the meaning, not just memorize the words. You are building real language instinct. Which phrase would you use for two things being measured against each other?
ની સરખામણીમાં.
Which phrase shows stronger opposition or contrast?
વિપરીત.
Which word helps you say something is across from you?
સામે.
Which pattern means one thing is not the same as another?
થી અલગ.
Which phrase is useful when a statement clashes with facts or rules?
ના વિરોધમાં.
Which connector introduces a contrast by comparison?
તેની સરખામણીએ.
Which one introduces another side of an argument?
બીજી તરફ.
Friendly conclusion. You did great today. Seriously, you handled comparison, contrast, and contradiction like a multilingual detective. Thank you for learning with me. Keep practicing.
ની સરખામણીમાં. વિપરીત. સામે. અલગ. વિરોધમાં. તેની સરખામણીએ.
And.
બીજી તરફ.
Out loud. Use them in tiny daily sentences, compare silly things, and point at buildings.
સામે.
Your house if that helps. Thanks for listening and keep practicing your Gujarati every day.